Okay, we just came down this decline. It's hard to tell it's a decline, but you kind of see there. The rails going down, and there's a couple guys down there. And we're at really the first substantial drift here. And oil cans and another sort of metal can there. It's kind of a cool one. It looks a little oily in there. Back here, some stopes over that way. And this looks like a little collapsed back here. Just a little pocket they carved out. That doesn't appear to go anywhere. So, it's like they were just taking away out of that little stope. And then I noticed this, it's like a sled almost. I presume they were using that to bring ore probably to the decline, and then they had an actual skip on the decline. It's kind of cool though. They were probably pulling that by hand. And then this stope opens up and goes back a little ways. Wow. It gets really tight back there. I can see it ends though. Alright, we're just up there checking out the little drift and heading down. That drift off that way doesn't look very promising. Maybe we'll check it on the way back. And we have another drift. Wow, stuff everywhere. That's probably coming down from the upper drift. And then we have something over here too. Tiny little pocket. Wow. Imagine working and removing material in such a tiny space. Alright. It's kind of a neat junction. And we have some more oil cans there. And a good looking drift off that way. Decline continues down. And there's another drift this way. That looks like a water tank. It's riveted, so kind of old. And there's some old burlap. It's actually a rubber material. Rubber ventilation pipe. Chemical drum. And that shoots back around. Well, we can start with the right-hand rule here and go this way. A lot of moldy timbers right there. And then this shoots back. There's another junction. Well, stick with the right. I can appreciate these drifts because I can actually stand up. Notice some drill bits sitting here on this little ledge. cool. And we have another junction here. That just faces out about 20 feet back. This way continues with rail. Looks like it faces out as well. Wow, it's never connected with anything. And they got the rails turned sideways here, so they could move a mucker up to the face and then easily take the rails out and put in permanent rails. I forget the term for that, but I'll put it in the video. Alright, back at this junction, that's toward the decline, and then we have this side to check out. That's the remains of an ore chute. And there's the ore pass itself. And looks like we have something similar right here. Wow. That's a big mess. Well, I'm going to check in with my friend who's been through this mine, see if there's anything worth squeezing to get to see back here. And if so, we'll go back there, but that is tight. I need to move some of that out of the way. Alright, back at the decline. It's down. We are going to check out the left drift. Got little pockets running everywhere. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. It's hard to see how shiny that is. Yeah, I can never get a good shot of stuff like this on video, but really shiny rock there. I don't think that's galena. It might be, but it looks a little too dark. Not blue enough. We'll go check that out in a second. But first, let's follow these rails. Okay, so these go to a chute that empties into the decline. It's kind of cool. So that's just right down to the decline. We'll see that chute as we go down. And then this just ends. Alright, so let's check out some of the stuff back here. Alright, so we'll go this way. Looks like they ripped the rails out of this section, so it's probably worked earlier in the mine's history. Wow. Yeah, they pulled some pretty serious material out of here. This looks like a long drift or crosscut to nothing, based on the fact that the cross ties are ripped up. That is the dead giveaway that you're walking down a dead end. Also, it's suspiciously straight. Wow, they have a little section of rail up here. Wonder why they left that section of rail in. ladder. Not looking too good. Got a little carved out area there. That rock's just naturally fractured. It's kind of cool. Wow, look at that. Look at that boulder sitting there. Okay, well, I don't know what this was, but this is the end. I don't think this goes up at all. Nope. That doesn't go up at all. So I don't know what this wood is here for. But that's the end of that drift. Notice here some miners graffiti indicating carloads of material. I don't think this is a drift, but it could have been. Okay, it's toward the decline, and we have this little drift to check out. That doesn't go anywhere. Okay, back to the decline. Alright, here's the chute we saw from the top. This is looking down the decline. And looks like we have another drift off to the right here. But doesn't look like it goes very far. And that goes off that way. That's a dead end. There's the chute again. Alright, so we'll go check this out real quick. Got stuff running off in every direction here. That, I think, just goes to the decline. I'll go down here. I don't know what the point of these little tunnels was. This just faces out too. There's a short tunnel with a face. We'll go down here. I have a feeling this one faces out too. Yep. That's it. Seemed like they weren't finding exactly what they wanted back here. Not sure what that is. It's kind of like a scoop or something. Alright, this is down the decline further. Again, it just kind of looks like a drift, but it's actually fairly steep. You can see how it flattens out right here. It's kind of cool. So, this is the end of the decline. Some sort of and then there's the decline going up, and over this way is a drift. Alright, we're following the right-hand rule this time, so we will go this way. Skid plate. It's for turning ore cars. Timber set, and behind that is a face. This way it keeps going. But looks like it faces out. A lot of really short exploratory type tunnels in this. Put a lot of rail down. Probably would have been a pretty cool mine if there was still equipment left in it, but obviously it all got ripped out. Alright, we just did that. I did notice there's a tiny little stope going up there. I think I'll pass on that. This way. Oh. That's it. All right. That's the whole thing, I think. Notice there's like a little tiny survey tag type of thing there. Hey everybody, thank you for watching the video. This next part we're going to be looking at this Fenix HP16R headlamp. And I've been using Fenix products for a long time throughout my mine exploring history, and I was pretty excited when they gave me the opportunity to check out this light. So we'll walk through how the light functions, some of its features, and then I'll let you guys know what my thoughts are and you know, if I plan to use this light in the future. So first of all, looking at the light itself, there's actually not one LED but three. This big guy here is a spotlight, and then over here on the right side we have a floodlight on top and a red light on the bottom there. On the top of the light you have two buttons. This guy controls these two lights here, and this one controls the big spotlight. So if I press and hold and then toggle between different modes, that's how that's done. You'll notice that the headlamp has three straps, two for the sides and then one for the top of your head or your helmet. And then on the back side is our battery pack, and the battery and the light itself are connected via a wire here on the left side of the headlamp. Now, the straps are actually really high quality. I was a bit surprised, to be honest. And they're covered in reflective paint, so that's kind of a cool feature. And the wire too is also very nice because they wrapped it in a fabric sheath, so it's, you know, it's not like your standard rubber wire that gets caught on everything. It's not going to tangle very much because it's all this fabric material. On the back side we have a battery pack. The thing I like most about this is how small and lightweight it is. Opening up the battery pack, there's a tab here you can pull up, and that releases the top, and out comes our battery. This is a custom lithium-ion battery pack. It's got a capacity of 3 amp hours or about 11 watt hours. And this does come with the light, which is nice. You might notice that you can actually use AA batteries in this thing. You can use 4 AA batteries as a backup to the lithium-ion battery pack. So that would be nice if your main battery ran out. On this side of the battery pack we have our charging port, which is a USB-C port there, so you can just plug this into any USB connection and it'll charge. And right there, you can barely see it above my thumb, is an indicator light that tells you when the battery is charged. Going back to the light itself, we also have a swivel mechanism. You can see there, so you can tilt the light up to whatever angle you need it at, And the swivel is pretty rigid, which I like. So your light's going to stay in that angle. It's not going to flop around like some headlights have that problem, but this one definitely does not. The light also has this guard here on top that actually prevents the buttons from being accidentally pressed or actuated if the light's in your bag or something. Alright, looking at the functionality of the light, to turn on an LED, simply press and hold the button above it, and to toggle between modes, you can press the button once, like so, and that'll cycle through the different modes. So the spotlight has a low, medium, high, and turbo mode. And the turbo is 1300 lumens, which is pretty impressive. Now on the left side here we have our red light, we have a SOS blinking red, then we have low, medium, and high for the floodlight. And you can have both the lights on at the same time, which is also quite nice. And you can crank them both up to their high or turbo modes, which in total puts out 1700 lumens. Now this light is also impact, dust, and water resistant. If you watch any of my videos, you know I get into some pretty dusty, wet, and rough areas where my equipment kind of takes a beating. So certainly reassuring to have a light that is resistant to those types of things. All in all, I'm really impressed with this light. I'm really excited to go use it in a mine. I haven't had the chance yet since it's not really mine exploring season at the moment, but I'll certainly be trying it out next time I'm underground. I really have no major complaints about this light. I guess the only complaint I would have is the fact that the battery isn't a standard battery size. If it used 18650s, maybe just 2 of them or something, then I could, replace the batteries with more 18650s. But it has this special custom battery, which I imagine you could probably get replacements for, but it's not quite as convenient. That's probably my biggest complaint about the light. Otherwise, the functionality, the performance, and everything else is really good. And overall, I'm pretty impressed with this light. If you're interested in purchasing this, there's a link in the video description. You really can't go wrong with any of Fenix's products. I'm just a big fan of Fenix in general, so go check out this light and any others from Fenix. I would certainly personally recommend them. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you found this useful, and I'll see you in the next video.